All right, let's dive into one of Portugal's most exciting and honestly underrated wine regions, Lisbon. And I want you to just forget whatever you think you know because we are about to explore a place where pretty much every single bottle has a story to tell about the Atlantic Ocean.
This quote just absolutely nails it. Lisbon isn't one thing. It's not one style. It's this vibrant, constantly shifting mosaic of different climates, different soils, and incredible traditions, all of which you can taste in the glass. So, here's the game plan for our little journey today. We're going to kick things off with the ocean's massive influence, then we'll get into the region's incredible diversity. After that, we'll meet the star grapes, figure out what to eat with the wines, and finally, take a look at its really exciting future. Okay, first up, let's talk about the main character in this whole story, the Atlantic Ocean. Its presence is, without a doubt, the one thing that truly shapes the soul of every wine from Lisbon. So, what does this actually mean for the wine? Well, what's so cool here is that the ocean basically acts like a giant natural air conditioner. You've got these constant sea breezes cooling everything down, and that is absolutely crucial. It means the grapes get to ripen slowly, nice and balanced, holding on to all their natural acidity while developing these really complex flavors. It's the secret sauce behind that amazing freshness, that vibrancy, and yeah, sometimes even a little hint of saltiness that just makes you want to take another sip. So, while the Atlantic is the big boss, the Lisbon region is, well, it's not one size fits all. Not even close. In fact, it's a place full of these dramatic and frankly delicious contrasts. And this, right here, this is the key. You've got to get this. This sheer variety isn't a problem. It's the region's greatest strength. It's its superpower. It gives winemakers this incredible palette to work with, letting them create everything from light, zippy whites to these deep, powerful reds. And check this out. This table just lays it out perfectly. On one hand, you've got the coast, a place like Colares. It's getting blasted by ocean winds, the soils are sandy, and the wines are tense, minerally, and saline. But then you just move a little bit inland to Alenquer, which is protected by these hills. The soil changes to clay and limestone, and bam, you get these structured, complex, full-bodied reds. It's like two completely different worlds right next door to each other.
And that diversity, it's not just about the climate. It's literally in the ground beneath their feet. Now, clay limestone is the big player here. It makes up over half the region and gives a lot of the best wines their structure. But you also have that big chunk of sandy soil near the coast, which is perfect for those lighter, more aromatic styles. And then there's this other slice, a mix of volcanic and alluvial soils, which just adds another layer of complexity to the whole thing. It's a real patchwork.
So, with all these different terroirs, what kind of grapes actually grow here? Well, let's meet some of the local heroes, the native grapes that give Lisbon wines their totally unique personality. Okay, we have to start with these two superstars. For the whites, our Rinto is the undisputed king of acidity. It makes these incredibly vibrant, citrusy, mineral-driven wines that can actually age for a really long time, especially the ones from the Bucaleas area. Then for the reds, you've got Castellan. This grape is a total chameleon. It's so adaptable that, depending on where it's grown, it can make either an easy-drinking, fruity red or a really serious, structured wine. But of course, the cast of characters doesn't stop there. You've got Fernão Pires, a white grape that brings these intense floral and tropical smells to the party. Touriga Nacional, maybe Portugal's most famous red grape, adds structure and beautiful floral notes. Tinta Roriz brings in some soft fruitiness. And then you have Vital, a traditional white that helps ramp up that zesty mineral character. It's a real ensemble cast. Okay, here's where it all comes together. We've talked climate, we've talked grapes, but how do you actually enjoy these wines? Let's get practical and talk food pairings, because let's be honest, this is what it's all about, right? I mean, this is a total no-brainer, but it's a classic for a reason. That Atlantic influence we keep talking about, the freshness, the zippy acidity, that little hint of salt, it makes these white wines the absolute perfect partner for anything that comes out of the sea. Seriously, think grilled fish, fresh oysters, shrimp. You're basically putting the ocean on your plate and in your glass at the same time. So here's your cheat sheet. If you've got one of those vibrant, high-acid whites like an Orinto, you've got to try it with grilled sea bass. They call it robalo, or some fresh oysters. For those more structured, complex reds from places like Alenquer, you need something with a bit more weight, like roasted meats or some good aged cheese. And for a crisp, refreshing rosé, keep it simple. Salads, light snacks, you're good to go.
All right, finally, let's look ahead. This region hasn't always been famous for top-tier quality, but it has gone through this incredible transformation. Let's dig into how it got here, and more importantly, where it's going.
The history here is really a story of resilience. I mean, winemaking has been a big deal here since the Romans, but it hit a major roadblock in the 19th century with phylloxera, this tiny little pest that destroyed vineyards all over Europe. They had to rebuild from scratch. The real modern turning point, though, was in 1986. That's when Portugal joined the European community, which sparked a wave of investment and a huge shift toward the quality-driven region we see today.
So yeah, this is the key takeaway, the journey. Lisbon used to be known for just pumping out huge volumes of simple table wine, but now it's a region that champions its unique local grapes and celebrates its specific terroirs. And that focus on quality over quantity has put it squarely on the international wine map, especially for offering just incredible value for your money.
So how do you organize all that diversity we've been talking about? With this number, 9. There are 9 distinct DOCs, or denominations of origin, within the bigger Lisbon region. Each one, like Bucelas, Colares, and Alenquer, has its own set of rules and its own unique character. It's the ultimate proof of just how much of a kaleidoscope this place really is. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. Lisbon is this fascinating place that has figured out how to balance its deep, deep history with a really bold, innovative future. It's dynamic, it's diverse, and honestly, it's still full of undiscovered gems, which makes it one of the most exciting wine regions in the world to be watching right now.